Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Wednesday, March the 24th market update. On the economic front, durable goods orders came in just a little bit weak but they were up 0.5% for February. Monthly new home sales were also weak, coming in down 2.2% to a 308,000 annualized rate, and supply increased to 9.2 months. The weekly EI petroleum status report showed our eighth straight build in crude oil inventories, and the week build was up by 7.3 million barrels. That's a pretty big build. The week before was a million. So on deck for tomorrow, we will have the weekly jobless claims. The forecast is for around 450,000, and we'll have the EIA nat gas report. The dollar was way up today and closed at high of day. Gold, silver, copper, and oil were all down. And FXE was really weak. The Euro ETF, that put a lot of pressure on the commodities. So light sweet crude futures were down $1.30 to settle at $80.61 a barrel. Take a quick look at the UUP, the dollar ETF. Here is the we're looking at a 1 year chart here. You can see that we broke out above the downtrend line back up here from like April. Got a kind of, nice rounded bottom here. The dollar looks like it's probably going to go higher, and a huge gap up today, and a lot of volume. We may come and fill this gap, I don't know, but the dollar is definitely really strong today. The quick look at the FXE, huge gap lower on the euro. So definitely, been in a channel down on the FXE. It's putting a lot of pressure on the commodities. So let's go take a look at the point figure for the West Texas Intermediate crude. We've been looking at this. We're still right here. We're not going anywhere. We're just bouncing back and forth in this area between the, I don't know, 79.80 and this 82.83 area so far, until we have a, breakout or breakdown. Be kind of hard to figure out which way we're going right now. It probably a lot depends on the euro as well, the dollar. So the Dow closed down 52 points today to 10,836. S&P closed down 6 points to 1,167. The Nasdaq closed down 16 points to 2398, and the Russell closed down 6 points to 683. The Dow held up the best by being down only 0.48%, and the Russell was the weakest, down 0.96%. So, it was kind of, the Russell laid us up, and I don't know if they're going to be, we could have a little more of a pullback here. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think we'll have anything too awful, but it's hard to tell right now. The market held up pretty well today. So, like I said, it's by looking at the MACDs, and we're moving it so slow. It's what's weird is we go up so many points. We like yesterday 100 points. We take half back today, and in some of the, like Russell, I think we took it almost all back except for a point or something. So, we've got this very grind. We're very slow grind, higher. The volume was actually pretty good today, kind of like it was yesterday. So the volume was still pretty good. Let's go look at the McClellan. So we're down past the 0 point, so we're down in, we're not really, oversold until we get down in this area, but we're certainly not overbought, because that would be up here. So kind of 0 is the middle, so we're kind of towards the middle here, not overbought, oversold. We could kind of go either direction from here. And looking at the SPX, same way, just kind of sitting here, didn't go anywhere. Typically sometimes we just do this and then go up, and you do this and then go up. So I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen this time or not. Take a look at gold. Gold is had big selling here and here. The MACD's turning down. We've got support around here, down around the 104, and I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up taking that out eventually. I don't know if we'll do it at the first time, but we do have kind of an uptrend line here that we could bounce off of, but gold's pretty weak, not looking too great. Silver, its uptrend line's way down here. We're not even anywhere near that. Silver's been holding up a little better, but right here around this 16 and a quarter or so is some support. MACD's turning back down, so I think silver's going to have lower to go as well. Copper's actually been holding up best. There's really no heavy selling in copper. There's been heavy buying, but not selling, so copper's been holding up pretty well. Take a look at the VIX. So the VIX was actually up 7% today. Crossed back across here, this trend line, which doesn't really matter anymore. So we're still hanging around down here. The VIX still pretty low. Let's take a look at the Treasury auction. Didn't go all that hot today. It wasn't too bad, but you know, this 10-year note was in this triangle. We've broken out on massive, this massive breakout on the TNX, 10-year Treasury note. And definitely MACD's turned up, so it looks like Treasuries are going to higher the yield. So if we go out and look, and let's look at a 5-year, you'll see this. We've got like a head and kind of a shoulder and shoulder here. Not exactly. It looks like we could have tons of upside here. And once we get around, we take out this previous area around 4 or so, be 4%, something like that. That could be problematic for the market. We'll see if that continues, but market typically does not. I mean, it's okay for the interest rates to go up, but moving this quickly it can be problematic. So that also put pressure on the market today. So you might want to keep an eye on the dollar TNX. Let's see, sectors. Go to the sectors. So 3 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The internet index was the strongest, up 1.17%. The gold index was the weakest, down 3.91%. Gold is definitely pretty weak. Let's go over to chart watch. Have a few new things to watch, but just kind of let each day set up, and you don't have to be really in a big hurry right here. So I think we could have a little more. This floor, however it's pronounced, FLR. It looks pretty good. Looks like it just broke out of this kind of a double bottom here from this point here, and had good volume today. Went higher. I would probably get back up somewhere near this area here, so you might want to keep that one on your radar. Massive energy, tons of volume coming in. Looks like it has kind of a cup and handle type pattern. You want to watch this. See if it takes out its high there. It's looking pretty good. C-Trip. It really it's looking a lot of volume coming in. It's pretty good. It needs to take out, at least break out over here with volume, and it needs to really take this out as well. But it's looking pretty good. VMC, Vulcan Materials. This says it's broke out above its downtrend line here, which is typically pretty bullish, and it's hanging tough today, and it's had a lot of volume coming in here. So keep the VMC on your list. Bank of America broke out higher today, and it looks like this pattern, it's got probably going to have a few more dollars eventually to go in it. Probably be not a straight up, but it's looking pretty good. McKesson, like this pattern, this nice rounded bottom. Good volume, not that much volume on the sell today, so MCK is looking good. Might want to keep this Mosaic. Looks like it's in a triangle, but it's also pattern, but also you see it's in this channel up. It's making higher highs, higher lows, just bounced off here. So you might want to jump out back here, in here, out there. So I might want to keep that one. It looks like that channel up. You could play that. American International Group, AIG, it's holding up real tough right there. So watch for it to take out that downtrend line before you jump in it. ROC hanging tough. Looks like it wants waiting to go higher as soon as the market cooperates. Crocs, nice pattern here. Nice kind of rounded, almost V-shape here. It's had volume coming in. So watch Crocs over the high of yesterday, 865. Cerner's looking pretty good. So watch it for some higher prices. The rest of these, I think we might have seen. Rhino still looking pretty good. It's had some good volume. Qualcomm, tight pattern there. It's typically bullish. Watch for a breakout out of that. Rackspace still in that little triangle. Watch for a break to the upside or downside. Walgreens still looking pretty good. Came back and filled the gap from the earnings. This little steel company hanging tough. It's looking pretty good. Cat still hanging up there. It's looking all right. Joy Global, it needs to break out over today's high. Then you can jump on as long as market's a decent day. DKS still holding up well. This micromet still looking pretty good. NEP tried to break out today, and then the market, just didn't cooperate. You can keep it on your list. MGM came back down through there. It needs to break out over at least today's high. It needs some volume. ARCC still looking really good, hanging tough. Should have quite a bit higher prices there, about $2 higher probably. Take two, it's broken out above its downtrend line as well, and it was hanging pretty tough today, so it's looking good. Let's take a look. The current market signals, follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, SP. Of course, the market really didn't do anything. We just, had the move up yesterday, took part of it back today, so there's no change here. All three on buy, and market's looking pretty good. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's Daily Market Analysis.